Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thanks for joining me. Today I get to share with you the brand new August 2019 Glimmer Club kit from Spellbinders. This month's kit, as always, you get a roll of foil, and this foil is so pretty. It's called Prism, and it has a beautiful iridescent hue to it. So it picks up lots of pinks and blues. Well, basically any color that's around you it'll pick up, but it's so pretty. It has a silver tone to it also. Okay, now we can take a look at our glimmer plates. This month you get 2 coordinating dies that will create a pennant banner with a pole, which is really nice. And then you get 5 all occasion pennant banners. Each one of them have a sentiment on there for all occasions. You have hooray, birthday, hello, thanks, and way to go. So this is a nice addition to our glimmer plate stash. So for today's card, we're kind of going to make a happy hooray kind of a card. So normally I foil on white cardstock, but today I thought we'd bring in some pink cardstock. So I've already plugged in my glimmer machine. I'm going to wait for that to warm up. And in the meantime, I'm going to trim down some foil that will be just slightly larger than my pennant banners here. We're going to be using the hooray and also the way to go pennant banner. And then we'll just place our foil. When you put your plates on your glimmer machine, you want to put them face up. You put the foil face down, and then you add your cardstock. And then since I am using colored cardstock, the weight of my colored cardstock is about 100 pounds. So I'm going to bring in a piece of white cardstock and use it as a shim just to help with the transferring of foil. I'm going to add my shim plate and then my top plate. And then while the machine's doing the glimmer plate heating up, I'm going to go ahead and die cut my pennant banner poles here. We're going to cut 2 out with the same color cardstock with the light pink and the dark pink. We'll just run that through our Platinum 6. Die cut out 1, and they're pretty thin, but that's okay. We're going to die cut out our light pink one also. Lovely. There's our banner poles. Okay, our foiled plates are ready to run through, so I'm just going to remove it from the docking station. I'm going to slowly go forward and back a few times in my die cutting machine just to ensure even transfer. And then that's all the foiling that we're going to do, guys. So just 2 banners today. So we'll just remove our paper shim and then our banners. And then I'll just use my tongs and pick up my glimmer plates, put them on my cooling mat, and then we're going to set that aside along with our glimmer machine to give us a little bit more room. Okay, now we're going to remove the foil and you're going to see the outcome and how pretty it is. Now, when I remove the foil, there was foiling over my sentiment area. But no worries, I'm going to show you a very easy way on how to fix that. Now normally if I have excess foiling on the outside of my my foiled image, I can use my sand eraser to get that extra foil off. But since it's on the inside of my foiling, I thought, well, why not use just a regular eraser? You could even use a pencil eraser, guys. I think it would work the same. In fact, it's probably better because it's smaller. But I'm just lightly going over the sentiment portion where the foil had excess on my banner, and it comes up beautifully. I'm not going heavy with my eraser. I'm going real light-handed, but it does remove all that excess foil on your sentiment. So you have a beautiful pennant banner. So that's a little tip and trick to remove it on your sentiments. Isn't that foil pretty? Okay, once those are done, this is my little friend. She's been hanging out with me lately. Her name is Chance. She is our latest addition to the household. Well, we've had her for a little while now, but she's actually a little pill. She usually doesn't hang out with us, but she's been just walking the catwalk on my craft desk here. Okay, I'm going to take the coordinating die and cut out both of my banners. And then I'm also going to die cut out a frame. I thought we'd make a shaker card today. So we're going to create a frame with some white cardstock and 2 stitched rectangle dies. We'll just die cut this out. And then we're going to assemble our banner. Now when you die cut out your pennant, it does die cut out 2 little holes. And your pole will stick right through the holes beautifully. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of weaving it in and out so it goes through those tiny little holes. I'm actually using the dark pink with the light pink pennant banner, and then I'm using the light pink pennant banner with the dark pink pole. So I'm flip-flopping the colors. I'm eventually going to crisscross them in front of my little frame here. And then once I'm happy with the placement, I zoomed in a little bit so you could see a little better. But I wanted some pattern paper for my background. We're going to bring in an extra color. So I'm using a paper pad. This paper pad is available at Spellbinders. The one I have here, I actually got in a card kit. It was the Super Chill card kit. And I think this pattern is really pretty. It has gold polka dots on there. And it kind of coordinated with my Prism foiling there. So I thought we'd use that. I just trimmed it down to 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to the top of my card base. And you can see it leaves me a little bit of a white border. Now we're going to build our shaker. I'm going to flip it over and add some glue behind our frame. And then I'm going to be bringing in some acetate sheets. These acetate sheets that I'm using are new to me, and they are fantastic. They're from Fun Stamper's Journey, and they're called Clearview sheets. I think you get 12 in a pack, and they are crystal clear, and they've been working really well for me. I'm just going to trim off a small piece that will fit behind my frame. Add that behind the frame. Stick it down with that glue and then trim off the excess, and we're going to keep that second piece too because we're going to sandwich the sequins between another piece of acetate. But I added foam tape behind my window. Now we're going to add some sequins. I thought we'd use some gold sequins, so we'll just fill up our little shape. I'm only going to use 1 layer of foam tape, so they're not going to shake around too much, but kind of like that sometimes. I just like that sparkle in the background, and I think that looks neat. Now if you didn't want to use another piece of acetate behind your window, you could use a piece of white cardstock. I think that would work the same. Or you could even save that piece of acetate, add your sequins directly to your card base, and then just center it and stick down your foam tape behind your frame directly on your card base. I kind of cheated a little bit. Okay, I added foam squares behind each one of my pennant banners. I'm adding a little glue to the very bottom of my poles here. We're going to crisscross them on top of our frame. So the hooray will be on top, and then and that's the darker pink. And then we're going to add the lighter pink right below it. I think this kind of card would be great, not just for birthdays. It'd be great for birthdays, but it would be nice for graduation or maybe a job promotion, or a pretty versatile card here. I decided at the crisscross of my pennant banners, we're going to add a bow. I'm just using some white twine. I doubled it up. I'm going to use a glue dot right at the crisscrossed area and add my bow. And then we'll trim down the tails of our bow a little bit. And then that completes my card for today, guys, using the Spellbinders Glimmer Club kit for the August 2019. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I wish you a fantastic day, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.